There's a lot to talk about. The Last of Us Episode 5 aired last Friday, and they made some major changes between the game and the show, and I'm talking more than just location changes. Spoilers ahead because I will be referencing Episode 5 and both video games The Last of Us 1 and 2. Please don't watch this video if you don't know the story already. This video is for discussion with fans of the game who also watch the show. First of all, I want to say I like the inclusion of Kathleen and her mission against Henry. It adds a more nuanced and layered obstacle than in the game because the enemies are more fleshed out. I really liked Henry and Sam in the game. Their relationship is similar to Ellie and Joel's in that Henry is a father figure to his younger brother Sam. But Sam was Ellie's age in the game, or closer to it, which made the similarity stronger. A new element is added to Sam's character in the show. Sam is deaf, which causes him to rely even more on Henry. In the previous episode, there was a subtle foreshadowing, if that was purposeful, where Ellie mentions that Joel is deaf in his right ear right before they introduce Sam. It was interesting to move away from Ellie and Joel and see everything that happened in the last episode from Henry and Sam's perspective. I did wonder if Joel saw Henry peeking at him during Joel's fight behind the truck. I'm still a fan of Kathleen's character. She's pursuing Henry because Henry sold out Michael, her brother, to Fedra in order to get medicine to save Sam's life. Michael was also the leader of the resistance. Henry says a line I really liked. "I'm the bad guy because I did a bad thing." I couldn't help but think about the way that Joel is framed as the bad guy in the second game, and how goodness and badness is always a matter of perspective in The Last of Us. In this episode, we can see that Kathleen loved Michael, but Kathleen is willing to do things that Michael never would have done to avenge him. Michael told her when he was jailed that he wanted Kathleen to forgive Henry, but Perry solidifies to Kathleen that good people like Michael can't change anything, but that Kathleen has created a lot of change. Once again emphasizing the notion that if you want to survive, you have to do bad things. Okay, this is y'all's last warning. I'm about to talk about a big spoiler for the ending of the game and very likely the show. Kathleen says to Henry, "I know why you did it. Kids die, Henry. Kids die all the time. And that the whole world shouldn't pay for one kid's life." Those of you who know. Joel will later make the same decision about Ellie, and this time, the fate of the whole world will be at stake. Speaking of Ellie, I'm liking her character more and more. I laughed when she described Joel as just having an asshole voice. Ellie shivs some infected and she dodges quite a few attacks. Although the bullets she shot at Kathleen's people didn't do much. Much like in the game, Joel solid snakes his way over to the sniper and takes his weapon. And the infected emerging from underground was scary as hell. We see a bloater for the first time in the show. This happens much sooner in the game, but the moment was exciting. Poor Perry gets his head taken off by the monster. It was poetic justice that Kathleen got taken down by a child clicker after saying what she said about kids. I loved how fast and animated the infected were in this scene. The writers did a good job of putting the gun on the wall when Henry mentions that the infected were forced underground. A minor detail that I liked was the little pad that Sam used. We had those when we were kids. We also had the ones with the little metal flakes that were magnetized. Y'all remember those? We really see that Joel starts to care for Ellie in this episode, and that their relationship is meant to become something very similar to what Henry and Sam have. Joel asks Ellie, "Do you trust me?" before he leaves to take down the sniper, and Ellie nods yes. Joel also worries about Ellie after Sam turns. Joel's already been through some stuff, but Ellie shapes him, and Ellie is shaped by everything around her in the world. Okay, now the hard part. All the carefree, childish moments between Ellie and Sam make the ending all the more unbearable. In the game, Sam hides that he has been infected, but in the show, he reveals it to Ellie. It was tearful watching Ellie rub her blood into his wound, thinking her blood was the cure, and we knew it wouldn't work. But it does show Ellie's hopefulness in her being the cure, and the people it will help once she reaches the Fireflies. Ellie has the same drive as Tess in wanting to be part of something that saves the world, and saves people like Sam. But she can't save Sam. And the final moments with Sam and Henry were really hard to watch. And knowing how the game ends makes this scene with Ellie so gut-wrenching, because we all know the decision that is made for her by Joel. What did y'all think of episode 5? Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, don't be afraid to subscribe. Bye y'all.